On January 2nd, 2019, the Chang'e 4 Chinese rover landed in the Van Kierman crater on the far side of the moon. It carried multiple scientific instruments, as well as the seeds for living flora and fauna. The importance of these seeds were realized when, on an oxygenless rock, revolving around the Earth at speeds of up to 2,288 miles per hour, the seeds sprouted. There were multiple seeds within the 5.7-pound biosphere: potato seeds, yeast, rapeseed, and even fruit fly eggs. But it was the cottonseed that ultimately sprung to life in the canister on a rover on a rock. This was a large step in the direction of progress for sustainability in space. This proved that, if only for a short time, life can begin in these environments. Have we grown plants in space before? Yes. On the moon? We have now. Astronauts will eventually need to be able to grow crops for various reasons, including food, clothing, and oil, if we ever want to truly colonize and perhaps live on another world. This experiment parallels previous ISS experiments of the same nature and goal: to grow crops and give hope to the future of space exploration. It was a long and arduous journey that took the cooperations of multiple countries to achieve. Countries like Germany and the Netherlands developed some of the advanced instruments on this beast of a machine. The rover has many mapping instruments and cameras, which are able to run live so that we may all enjoy the scenery of white dust. Just kidding. The moon is beautiful. Just take a look. The rover launched on December 7th, 2018 on a giant 3B G3Z rocket as part of the second phase in the Chinese lunar program. Don't ask me why the rocket name rhymes. Science is just cool like that. It launched with a mass of 3,780 kilograms and landed with a mass of 1,200 kilograms. After landing, the rover took multiple pictures of the moon, and after a while, the sprouted cotton seeds. The images immediately blew up. The media knew just how big and important this was. Astronomers, news websites, and pretty much everyone were in disbelief at this tiny little piece of hope and life growing on a piece of machinery that roamed where few people have ever been, but so many have seen and dreamed of visiting. I think that deep down, we all knew what this meant. How it could have foreshadowed our dreams of ultimately coming true. The dreams of a beautiful and lively society formed from what used to be a desolate meteor blockade. But unfortunately, every experiment must come to a close. And after just 212 hours, a mere 8 days, that little plant carrying all those hopes and dreams died. The interior biosphere didn't have a heating system, and the temperature dropped to negative 61 degrees Fahrenheit. The little guy never stood a chance. So, is that it? Are we done with these experiments? Come on, I think we all know science a little better than that. The rover still has many objectives to complete before anything is said and done. It will continue to explore that rock for as many months to come, and it will give us more and exciting new discoveries on the far side of the moon. If anything, this brief experiment of life and death will inspire us to keep going, because that's what we do. We learn, then we get to work and improve constantly. Sure, we hit roadblocks, but when it's all said and done, we've shown time and again that failure is just another lesson toward learning what not to do. What I love about astronomy and science in general is that, like life, it will keep moving forward. Science teaches us that through the tough times, times of failure, times of pain, times of oppression or stress or anything, there is always another discovery waiting to drive us and give us hope, to keep us moving forward and to never allow us to say, "I'm done." Because as long as we allow ourselves to continue trekking on and not remaining stagnant in the past, there is hope. China didn't bring these countries together to build a 3B-3GZ rocket that blasted an expensive rover full of delicate instruments and a biosphere onto an object moving over 200,000 miles per hour just to let a plant die. They did it so that we can say it sprouted in the first place. There hasn't been any word about the other seeds yet, but what matters now is what we learned from the one that did.